Well, hello, welcome to London, welcome to weigh-in day ahead of Queensberry's first show of 2024. A middleweight cracker to start off the year. Hamzah Sheeraz, unbeaten in 18 fights, takes on the toughest test of his career, Liam Williams. And now, to go through it, I've actually done something that in most countries you're probably not allowed to do. I've hired a hitman. Yeah? Come on, Nathan Healy.
I'm here, Dev. Yeah, it's a place to be here, mate. And yeah, like you say, a fantastic headlining fight, Hamzah Sheeraz and Liam Williams. And some great fights on the undercard as well. I think it's a really, really good card, and I think it's set for it to be an explosive night tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly that. And look, you know these guys, Liam Williams in particular, a lot of the narrative around this fight is, how much has he got left? He thinks he's got plenty left. He says, I'm only 31 years old, why are you even talking about other fights? I'm here, I'm the machine, I'm ready to go on Saturday. You know this guy, you've sparred him. Tell us what you think about Liam Williams heading into this fight.
Yeah, for me, Liam Williams was one of the best middleweights in the country, and previously to that, he was wiping everyone out domestically. You had your Heffrons, and obviously in the international scene, we had that Fox that come over from America, who's a very tall lad, very similar to Hamzah Sheeraz. Obviously different fighters, but he cleaned up domestically, and yeah, I've experienced him, I've sparred with him. I only did 4 rounds. It's probably one of the most intense 4 rounds I've ever had with a fighter, to be honest. And yeah, I think if he's still got it there, like I say, don't look at past fights or previous fights with obviously Eubank. I think that was an anomaly. That shouldn't. It's a weird one. But Liam Williams is one of the best fighters out there.
And how good is Hamzah Sheeraz? Because right now, as we're watching his rise, he's only 24 years old, by the way, which is remarkable. These 18 fights, he hasn't really put a foot wrong. At middleweight, since he stepped up to middleweight, he's knocking everyone out within 4 or 5 rounds. He looks the part.
Absolutely he does. And obviously you see him coming through. I mean, we've boxed on some of the same shows throughout the years. My first ever show before I got signed with Frank was about 4 years ago, and he boxed a lad called Ryan Kelly, who's a very good fighter for the Midlands, and he beat Ryan, but then obviously you've seen him progress. And then for me, where he really highlighted how good he potentially could be is when he boxed a lad called River Wilson Bent. Now, I sparred River Wilson, he was a very good fighter, but the way that Sheeraz went through him almost like butter was very impressive, because not many fighters are going to do that. So it just shows that he's got that there. He's obviously very tall, very rangy, and it makes him quite awkward in regards to dealing with that kind of style. But he punches with it as well. So maybe he should have called himself the hitman, because obviously so he's got them Hearns attributes.
Yeah.
But this is where the test is really going to come tomorrow night. If he performs and does the job on Liam Williams, well, listen, he is the man. But it is the test tomorrow, so it'd be interesting to see how he deals with it.
Well, look, he does appear to be the man, but I guess, look, you're here, you're having a look at all of these kind of things, everything that's going to go on today, you'll be there tomorrow night. Do you reckon he could do it on a cold, rainy night in Stoke?
Who knows? Who knows? Not many can, though. Well, back in the day, at least. Now, they beat us every week. But still, yeah, it's one of them. For me, regardless of how these guys do tomorrow and so on, I've got the most important fight myself on March 16th against Brad Pauls, so he's my only focus at this moment in time. But yeah, they're all going to want a bit of Stoke, aren't they? They're all going to want a bit of Stoke, mate. It's unbelievable.
I even saw Conor Benn tweet you the other day. You've got a bit of a target on your back now. Obviously, look, you've got to come through Brad Pauls, but it feels like the boxing gods are conspiring for you to have a big night at Stoke. Someone needs to be in the opposite corner.
Yeah, well, that's it. And whoever is in the opposite corner is in line for a great event. Obviously, I'll always prepare myself the best possible. Like I say, it's pointless to talk about that. I've got a fight that's coming up soon, so that's the most important one. 5 weeks, in fact, tomorrow. So not like I'm counting the days, but yeah, there's potential there for something exciting in the future, and everyone wants to be a part of that.
How's your prep going for Brad Pauls? This is a big fight.
Yeah, very good. I had some excellent sparring this week. Some real big lads. Obviously, Zach Parker, who's a massive super middleweight. I had Kieran Conway, who's one of my possibly rivals in terms of the domestic scene, who's a very good fighter, and then some other lads as well at BCB Promotions. And yeah, the training with Steve Woodvine, he always gets me in tip-top shape. We tick every single box, and like we took up a level last time for Denzel Bentley, well, we've got another fighter to prepare for this time, and we're taking up at a level again. The workout I did with Steve yesterday, I wouldn't wish it on any man, because it was brutal, but it's what we need to do to be ready.
Well, look, it sounds like you are ready for that. You're getting ready for that. We'll be very, very shortly seeing Hamzah Sheeraz. But he actually has had a little bit to say about yourself. Let's have a little look.
The Nathan Healy fight's a fight I'd take with both hands for sure. Fancy it? It's a windy night.
That's what they're saying. Yeah, everyone's saying a cold, rainy night at Stoke. Why not? It kind of gives me that extra motivation, extra fire when you go in there, when you go to their hometown and beat them.
Do you rate Nathan there?
Of course, I suppose he gets rated more now, especially after that last performance.
Always nice to spice it up a little bit, but Hamzah's, he fancies it. If it ever comes up, he fancies a bit of Nathan Heaney. I'm sure you fancy a bit of Hamzah Sheeraz. So, would you beat him?
Yeah, listen, you can't say who you're going to beat, do you? Like, it's one of them. If you turn up on a night, you can beat anyone if you do the right things. But like I said, he's very respectful. Everyone wants a big night in Stoke because obviously there's rewards that come with that, and obviously by beating me as well, there comes further rewards. But yeah, he's a good lad. He conducts himself well, like I say, respectful, and yeah. But like I say, Steve is like, there's only one person we focus on now, and I don't want to mention his name again, but that's what we're focusing on.
And that person is Brad Pauls on March 16 in Birmingham. I actually asked you beforehand, we did a little interview, have you blocked him on social media yet? At that point, Nathan, you hadn't. Give us the news. Is he now blocked?
Yeah, he was blocked the day after. Yeah, I like to have a quick look in terms of what kind of feedback they're getting or how they're engaging online with certain things. And he's very confident of us becoming the new British champion. So I like that little bit there, but then as soon as that happened, just blocked. Seeing a bit like, I don't need to see him again. The next time I'll see them is on Fire Nights. Obviously, you see little interviews pop up, but I don't click them. It's pointless. I don't need to. But people always going to tag you on Twitter and social media. But yeah, it is what it is. I know what that person looks like in my mind. I don't need to see anything else up until that point.
What do you think's going through these fighters' minds right now? Liam Williams and Hamzah Sheeraz both make the same weight that you have to make. I don't know how well they make it. Hamzah Sheeraz is massive. Liam Williams has been making it for a little while. What do you think's going through their minds?
Pizza. No. It's just one of them. They've done all the hard work now. If the unfortunate thing for these fighters is if they're not ready now, they're never going to be ready. It's too late. But if they are ready, they're just making sure that they're getting they've probably done the last little bit of a weight cut this morning, make sure they're bang on. They'll be dehydrated, they're going to be tired. Probably even a bit anxious. Like the heart rates might be racing right now, but that's just part of obviously being a fighter. And then once they get on that scales and then they get the fluid back in them, they're going to be absolutely fine.
In terms of this fight itself, which is being billed as a bit of a crossroads fight, is it a fight that you've talked about how good Liam Williams is? Is it a fight that you're surprised is happening?
No, I'm not really too sure, because I don't really keep up in the domestic scene in terms of who I think should be fighting who, so I don't see it as a surprise because I wouldn't be looking at either of them to think what's their next step. But obviously it was meant to be happening in December originally, so I knew that was happening anyway. But yeah, it's like I say, it's a very if Liam Williams has been picked because he's potentially seen as he's on the back end of his career. Well, that's for him to now prove that he's not. And if he's not, it's going to be a very tough night for Sheeraz. But like I say, by me saying that, if he then does a number on him, like he's done with a number of fighters lately, then he's the real deal. Yeah,
it feels like if he's able to stop Liam Williams, who only Liam Smith has done in the past, on a cut, by the way, so no one's dealt with him properly. If Hamzah's able to do that, it's quite a statement to the middleweight division. He can look at the likes of Chris Eubank Jr. and say, you didn't do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said before, Liam Williams obviously stopped him on a cut. The fight that those two had was, what we're talking, 5 years ago, maybe less. I'm not too sure. But either way, that also showed the level that Liam Smith was at because he took some of the shots that were thrown at him. Very tough lads. But yeah, but there's been a bit of time between then. But like I say, that's why they got to hope that Liam Williams isn't the man that he can be. Because if he, But again, that's what makes it a fantastic fight. It does make it a fantastic fight because if he beats the up and coming star in Sheeraz, well then Liam Williams goes on to big things again, fighting for world titles. He's fought Demetrius Andrade. He's fought at the highest level. Now, did he beat Demetrius Andrade? No, but no one else has. So it's not like him. But I thought he competed very well in that fight.
Well, just a reminder as well, we will be live from 5 o'clock tomorrow evening on the Queensberry YouTube page, where we'll be commentating on the non-televised undercard fights, myself and Nathan Heaney. And let's just talk a little bit about the undercard. Anthony Yarde is back. I think he stands out now as one of the best light heavyweights in the world because of how well he has done at the elite level. Do you agree? Yeah, absolutely. Well, I was very fortunate to be ringside in the Birdsbia fight, and
one, I wanted to be there to see the fight, but two, I want to see a generational talent in Beterbiev. And it was my biggest regret ever not watching Golovkin live, but I got to see Beterbiev. And when you watch Yarde in there was moments in the fight where he was doing really, really well, and it was a competitive fight. Whereas when you saw someone like Callum Smith the other day against him, you could argue that Yarde did a much better job. But again, styles make fights. But Yarde is definitely right up there. And obviously now there's talks I've seen online, obviously Bouts and Yarde and this kind of stuff. So that's a very intriguing fight if that was to potentially happen. And yeah, we just he's one of the best. He is one of the best.
I think you have to say that. But also, so is Joshua Buatsi now. It feels like there is that top elite level of Bivol, of Beterbiev, and we'll talk more about that very, very shortly. But we're actually going to throw to our MC, Mr. Thomas Schreiber. Well, Thomas Schreiber is not quite ready yet, but I'm sure he will be. Nathan, you look great. Look at that. Look at those biceps. Look at that. Fantastic stuff. But yeah, we were talking about Anthony Yarde, Buatsi, being just that level below Bivol, Beterbiev, and it's a kind of like, it feels like a fight that has to happen, Yarde and Buatsi.
Yeah, but you also saw the other day in terms of like Buatsi, and his head's gone completely on my head. He
boxed down Aziz.
Aziz won every belt domestically that he can get, exactly. But then you just saw, because obviously there's that period of time where Buatsi was out the ring and you thought, would that go against him? And Buatsi would overtake him. But then that just showed the skill level of Buatsi, where he's been through that GB setup all the way through the years, and obviously being very skillful as a fighter, and he controlled the fight very well. It was a very competitive fight, but I thought he was very good. I thought he was very, very good.
Well, listen, there's two young men on this show who are competing for a title that you hold very close to your heart. The vacant British title was on the line at lightweight, not at middleweight. Yeah. And just tell us how it feels to be a British champion, because we're going to crown a new one in the lightweight division on Saturday.
Yeah, well, I think anyone that saw, obviously, my reaction to when I won the title and what it meant to me, and yeah, it means everything. The best belt in world boxing, in my opinion. Obviously, a world title would be fantastic, but I've had that British title under my Christmas tree. Well, the Christmas tree's put away now, but it was there for a whole month, and just looking at me, and it's a beautiful, beautiful belt. So it means everything, and obviously, you're the best in Britain. For that one night, at least.
Oh, for that one night, so you defend it. Well, Thomas Schreiber is now ready. Let's weigh the fighters in.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the official weigh-in as we get set for a great night of championship boxing to be held tomorrow from the Copper Box Arena in London, England. It is all being brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry, along with their great sponsors, 32 Red, Unibet, and Hype Energy UK. This great event will be televised live on TNT Sports beginning at 7 p.m. London time, and also in the United States on ESPN+. We are going to begin the weigh-in process. These two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round international super featherweight contest. First, we will welcome to the scale a native of Colombia, now making his home in Venice, Italy. He brings a professional record consisting of 9 wins, 13 defeats, 4 draws, with 3 of his 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome to the scale Vin El Fantasma Aiceto.
Well, here comes Vin Caicedo, 22-year-old Colombian, will provide the opposition tomorrow evening for Charlie Hickford. Classy Charlie Hickford, fight number 2 for him. Let's have a look at his opponent on the scales.
126.7 for Vin Caicedo.
Looks in good shape, Caicedo.
And now we welcome to the scale from Rochester, England, undefeated with 1 victory. Let's welcome classy Charlie Hickford.
A nice ovation here for Charlie Hickford, who has some of the best hair I've ever seen in boxing.
Yep, great shape on the hair as well as the physique.
We had his pro debut. He was at York Hall. We went 4 rounds, and not a hair was out of place. He says that's the aim on Saturday night once again.
127.4 for Charlie Hickford.
Yeah, looking confident. He's looking very confident there.
They call him Classy Charlie. This will be the second time he has a face-off as a professional with an opponent. 4-time national amateur champion, 2-time European medalist as well. He is classy.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 4-round international super featherweight contest.
His opponent looks...
Our next two fighters to the scale competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 4-round international lightweight contest. First, we will welcome to the scale a native of Nicaragua, now making his home in Bratislava, Slovakia. He brings a record of 33 professional bouts. Let's welcome Angel El Cohete Gomez.
Well, here's Angel Gomez, fight number 34 for the Nicaraguan. 24 years old now, living in Slovakia.
133.9 for Angel Gomez.
He's actually got a fight lined up next weekend as well.
Yeah.
Now to the scale from Upminster, London, England. His professional record, undefeated with 1 victory. Here is Billy Boom Boom Adams.
Nice ovation here for Billy Boom Boom Adams, fight number 2. 4-time national amateur champion, senior ABA man, and ripped to shreds, Nathan.
Yeah, he's in good shape. It's like anything, being on these stages at such a early part of your career, very, very fortunate, but top amateur.
132.5 for Billy Adams.
He was on the podium squad for GB. Was going to go to the Olympics, but he couldn't make the weight anymore. Advised by Colin McMillan, former WBO world champion. Looks like a young man with a big future ahead of him, Nathan.
Absolutely. But these Nicaraguans are very, very tough. My first ever fight for on a Queensbury show was against a lad from that country, so yeah, they're very, very tough.
They don't want to go down, do they?
No, absolutely not. I actually did stop my...
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 4-round international lightweight contest.
But you're right, he didn't go down. I stopped him, but he didn't go down.
Stopped him on his feet.
Yeah.
Ref had seen enough. It's a very stern look from Billy Boom Boom Adams. I think he enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy them?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy the face?
I find the face-offs a bit
Our
weird.
next two combatants to the scale competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 4-round international middleweight contest. First, we welcome to the scale, coming to us from Chanov, Poland. He brings a record consisting of 7 wins, 13 defeats, 1 draw, 5 of his 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome Bartosz Głowowski.
Well, here comes Bartosz Głowowski. Only ever been stopped once, and that was by another southpaw in Ben Thale. Very tough, very durable.
159.13 for Bartosz Głowowski.
Did he go the distance with Royston Barney-Smith as well?
He's been the
Now
distance
to the
George
scale
Davey, Shaquille
from
Thompson.
Luton, Bedfordshire. Undefeated with 1
there's
victory.
different fights. I'm thinking
Let's
different fights.
welcome
Different fights.
Sam King.
I was going to say these are big lads.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He's not that big.
I don't think they'd let Royston Barney-Smith fight Bartosz Głowowski. But here is Sam King, middleweight in your division.
Yeah.
Have you moved about with him?
No. It's the first time I've seen him.
He's done a lot of time sparring Hamzah Sheeraz. He's based out of the Peacock Gym as well, so spars Denzel Bentley, the Fowl brothers. Fight number 2 for Sam King.
£160 for Sam King.
That's what I was talking about. At least big lad at middleweight.
Yeah, did very well as an amateur. 57 fights, 49 wins from those fights, and He's going around the gyms a little bit. I've seen him with Freddie Roach. I mean, he's based here in the Peacock with Martin Bowers, managed by Martin Bowers as well. But he's taken himself over to the States for months at a time and got in some hard rounds over there around Freddie Roach, around Hamzah Sheeraz as well in the 10 Goose. So he's learning his trade.
If you're doing that, going all over the world, it can only put you in good stead.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 4-round international middleweight contest.
The other people I've seen do that is the McKenna brothers. They go everywhere. They spar everyone all over the world.
Very grounded man as well. You watch any of his interviews, speaks very well. Intelligent fighter, very well schooled. Plenty of ambition from Sam King in this sport.
Our next two combatants to the scale competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 6-round international featherweight contest. First, we welcome to the scale a native of Colombia, now making his home in Venice, Italy. His professional record, 10 wins, 14 defeats, 3 wins, coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome Michael El Mono Velasco.
Well, Michael Velasco, fight number 25 for the Colombian, seen recently on these shores against Royston Barney Smith actually last time out.
129.2 for Michael Velasco.
Is that one fought Macaulay Owen?
Now we welcome to the scale
No, is that not one
Guildford,
either?
England,
No, it's not.
undefeated with
Some of these boys are
victories.
forced everyone, aren't they?
Here
Yeah,
is
they get around here.
Umar Khan.
I'll tell you, I knew it was going to go off in here for Umar Khan. Always gets a great ovation, always brings plenty with him to the weigh-in. I'm sure he'll have plenty with him, of course, on Saturday night. It will be fight number 9 for Umar Khan.
128 pounds for Umar Khan.
Umar Khan is another fighter who's up sticks. He's gone over to Spain. Spain is where
Malaga.
he's now. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's where he's learning his trade. Is it something you've ever considered, Nathan, just up in sticks, or you always been that Stoke native?
Nah, I'm very lucky that one of the best coaches in the country is right in Stoke-on-Trent, so I'm very lucky. I can't imagine that. Can't imagine being away from my family.
Competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 6-round international featherweight contest.
Yeah, because I think I saw something about, because was it Trana he boxed previously?
Yeah,
and obviously the Malaga camp with picking him to beat Khan. I think he's given a bit of motivation to do that. So
yeah, they've upped his level of opposition. They are becoming sterner and sterner tests, and coming through someone like Kevin Trana in style the way he did was a bit of a statement actually from Umar Khan, and he's heading the right way. Hamzah Sheeraz's cousin, of course, as well.
Okay.
Our next fighter to the scale competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round international cruiserweight contest. His opponent, Miroslav Savic, will weigh in at a later time. Let's welcome from Penge, London, England, his professional record, 5 wins, just 1 defeat. All 5 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Alois, the Animal Jr.
Well, it's fight number 7 for the 20-year-old they call the Animal, and you can see why, Nathan.
He's in fantastic shape. You can see why he's going for his 6th consecutive knockouts to this one.
This would be.
This would be, yeah. I remember him coming on the scene when he...
204.13 for Alois Jr.
He boxed Michael Soshiensky on his pro debut. And Soshiensky's not the kind of guy you just take on your debut. He did it.
I think he got dropped in that fight, didn't he? If he hadn't dropped, he probably would possibly would have won.
I think, he was 18 years old when he took that fight. He got dropped. I think he was very, very cold heading into the ring. But the fact that he was in there and he was swinging it out said a lot about him.
Competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 6-round international cruiserweight contest. First, we will welcome from Cadiz, Andalusia, Spain. He has 26 professional bouts to his credit. Let's welcome Alvaro Danero.
I think the best thing about it, though, as well, it's just shown he hasn't been penalised for taking a risk so early on in his career. Frank's looking after him. Frank's still putting him on the big shows and progressing him along.
Well, it was after that, if we're talking about Alois Jr., it was after that loss that he got offered a brilliant contract, a long contract with Frank Warren as well. So he sort of earned his stripes in defeat. So you can take risks as a fighter.
204.13 for Alvaro Terrero.
Terrero is the man charged with taking on Tommy Fletcher.
Now to the scale from Norfolk, England, undefeated with 6 wins. 5 of his 6 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Tommy, the Norfolk Nightmare Fletcher.
Simply one of the best nicknames in all of boxing, the Norfolk Nightmare. How about that, Nathan?
Yes, fantastic name.
Punches very, very hard. He's a 6'7" cruiserweight. Really, I mean, he's boxing essentially a heavyweight tomorrow. The guy he's boxing has taken on Johnny Fisher, Sol Dakers, people like that. If he's able to get him out of there, it says a lot about his power.
202.5 for Tommy Fletcher.
I saw him box, I'm sure it's on the BSBF card with Yarde.
Yeah.
Where he boxed Darryl Sharp.
Yes.
No, Darryl Sharp, I boxed him on my debut. And Darryl Sharp's a very, very tough man.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 6-round international cruiserweight contest.
Darryl Sharp, who you mentioned there, is the only man that's taken Tommy Fletcher the distance. Nobody else has gone the distance with this guy. He seems to hit very, very hard. Mark Tibbs likens him to a bit of a Deontay Wilder. He has got that sort of gangly frame.
We saw one of the fights where he threw an uppercut and completely laid the guy out.
Our next two combatants to the scale competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 8-round international light heavyweight contest. First, we welcome to the scale, coming to us from Ascoli Piceno Marche, Italy. He is undefeated with 10 wins, 1 draw, 2 of his 10 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome Eros Seghetti.
Well, here is the man who will be taking on Karol Itauma tomorrow evening. Eros Seghetti, unbeaten in 11
182.3 for Eros Seghetti. Now we welcome to the scale from Chatham, Kent, England. His professional record, 11 wins, just 1 defeat. 7 of his 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome Karol Itauma.
Great ovation here for the Olympic youth gold medalist Karol Itauma. Just 23 years old. Unbeaten opponent. He is a baby.
He's a baby. 23.
181.12 for Karol Itauma.
I actually sparred the Itauma brothers, his head coach, Dan Woolidge, many years ago. I think it was at St Mary's in Chatham.
Yes, of course, yeah. Good gym, good place, Chatham.
Yeah, not bad.
Karol Itauma, of course, is the older brother of Moses Itauma. Clearly, great genetics, great fighting men.
Yeah.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 8-round international light heavyweight contest.
He's had a couple of good wins since, obviously, again, I think he was on the BSBF card.
Yes, he was. He suffered that 1 upset defeat, but he's bounced back with 2 wins. He'll be looking to get another win tomorrow evening. He's a very focused, very concentrated character, very serious guy, Karol Itauma. Big ambitions in the sport for both of the Itauma brothers.
Very, very talented.
Our next two combatants to the scale competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 10-round international light heavyweight contest. First, we welcome to the scale, coming to us from Belgrade, Serbia. He brings a professional record consisting of 32 wins, 3 defeats, with 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Marko Nikolic.
Well, it's fight number 36 for the man from Serbia, tasked with essentially ruining Anthony Yarde's 2024. If he's able to pull off the upset tomorrow evening, it will be a bit of an upset. It will be a real shock. I was looking at his Instagram. He said that he's aware that Yarde is bigger, Yarde is stronger, but he says that he has a crazy head and he won't give up.
179.6
have to use it, I think.
For Marko Nikolic.
No, it's going to be very tough. It's going to be very game, very tough. But Yarde, like I said,
and now we welcome to the scale from Ilford, England. His professional record consists of 24 wins, 3 defeats, 23 of his 24 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome the former two-time world title challenger, Anthony the Beast from the East, Yarde.
Here is the man, Anthony Beast from the East, Yarde, who has clearly established himself now as one of the very best light heavyweights in the world.
177.7 for Anthony Yarde.
Always in great shape, always.
Always in tremendous shape. And this is fight number 28 for him as a pro. He only had 12 as an amateur. When you add all of that up, that's 40 fights altogether. That's unbelievable in terms of how far he's come.
Phenomenal. Like, you don't usually get to that level without having some kind of pedigree behind you, particularly in the amateur scene. So he's done phenomenally well.
It's almost like he has no right to be where he is, to have challenged for a world title twice. And you look at other fighters with much more amateur pedigree, and they're not doing what he's doing.
Well, look at Callum Smith. Callum Smith, the amateur pedigree that man had, as well as his family's pedigree throughout the boxing, in Yarde pro performance against Bertabiev that wasn't matched by someone of Callum's pedigree.
There's been a lot of talk about a potential future fight.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 10-round international light heavyweight contest.
A lot of talk about a potential future fight with Joshua Buatsi, who we understand will be in attendance on Saturday night, but Marko Nikolic looks game, looks up for it, and here's the man very much in Anthony Yarde's way. That was a pretty serious face-off.
Yeah. Is this? Yeah. I think Yarde's cool.
Our next
He knows
two
he'll do what
combatants to the scale, competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 10-round contest, and it will be for the Commonwealth Silver Featherweight Championship. First, we will welcome to the scale the challenger from Leeds, Yorkshire, England. He was a 2016 Olympian, and now as a professional has a record consisting of 12 wins, 2 defeats, 5 of his 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former WBA Continental Super Bantamweight Champion, Kes Ashfaq.
Well, here's Kes Ashfaq, representing Great Britain at the Olympics. Did plenty as an amateur. Now a big opportunity as a pro to upset Masood Abdullah, who is unbeaten.
125.13 for Kes Ashfaq. And now we welcome to the scale the defending champion from Islington, London, England. He is undefeated with 9 wins, 6 of his 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the reigning and defending Commonwealth Silver Featherweight Champion, Masood Abdullah.
Well, here comes Supermass, and he'll need to be at his super best.
125.7 for Masood Abdullah.
If he's to come through against Kes Ashfaq. Looks like a stern test. Last time out, he beat Mark Leach. He stopped Mark Leach. First man to do that. It was very impressive. As we know, Mark Leach is a tough guy.
Very, very good. Very good fights as well. I think he's under, obviously, Jamie Nels with Travis up in Manchester, Salford way. And based on previous performances of Mark Leach, he was very, very good. So for him to do that against Mark Leach, obviously Liam Davis also beat Mark Leach as well, but still.
Yeah, it was a bit of a statement. Bit of a statement from Masood Abdullah, Commonwealth Silver Featherweight Championship on the line. And I'm interested with this face-off because the press conference was pretty spiky.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 10-round contest for the Commonwealth Silver Featherweight Championship.
Yeah, it did kick off a little bit at the press conference yesterday. Masood had plenty to say. Kes Ashfaq was firing back as well.
Ashfaq's been on that domestic scene, though. Is an amateur and international scene. Yeah. So he knows he's got the pedigree there to cause an upset.
Yeah, it's exactly that. The losses that he had, he contests them. He doesn't think he did lose those fights. Masood Abdullah has looked perfect so far as a pro. Very intriguing fight at featherweight.
Our next two combatants to the scale, competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the Commonwealth, WBC International Silver, vacant British, and vacant WBO International Silver Lightweight Championships. First to the scale, the challenger from Hull, England, undefeated with 13 wins, 4 wins, coming by way of knockout. He is the current English lightweight champion. Let's welcome Lewis, the Thrill from Gypsyville, Sylvester.
Well, here's Lewis Sylvester. He's the English champion, unbeaten so far in 13 fights. He provides the opposition to Sam Noakes' vacant British title amongst many other titles on the line tomorrow night.
134.13 for Lewis Sylvester. And
You
now
can
we
take some
welcome
pain as
to
well
the
with them
scale,
tattoos.
the defending champion from Maidstone, Kent, England. Undefeated with 12 wins, all 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the reigning and defending Commonwealth and WBC International Silver Lightweight Champion, Sam Mitch Noakes.
You can confirm this, but he must have one of the best knockout ratios in the world boxing.
134.12 for Sam Noakes.
He's 100% knockouts. He's trying to catch up with Artur Beterbiev, 12-0 with 12 knockouts. He's from Maidstone with hands of stone, Sam Noakes. And it's quite a streak, though, that he's gone on, but the guy he's got in front of him, Lewis Sylvester, will be trying to keep away, will be boxing, will be moving, and it's a stern challenge for Sam Noakes.
Absolutely. 12 rounds is a very long time, though. And that's the thing. Like, with if they can cut the ring down properly, it makes it very, very hard. And you would assume that he's going to get him eventually.
Well, that's what he said at the press conference. He said 12
Once
rounds
again,
is a
ladies
long,
and gentlemen,
long time.
these two competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 12-round contest for the Commonwealth, WBC International Silver, vacant British, and vacant WBO International Silver Lightweight Championships.
Straight in with a handshake there, Sam Noakes, but it will be all serious tomorrow night.
Sam lives in Maidstone, just a few miles away from where my wife, Louise, used to live in Isle Sheppey.
Oh,
So,
nice
got an
bit.
affinity towards Sam Noakes.
So you'll be supporting him tomorrow
Yeah,
night
absolutely,
in his
absolutely.
bid to join you as a British champion, Nathan.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we are going to weigh in tomorrow night's main event participants. They will be competing in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the WBC Silver and Commonwealth Middleweight Championships. First, we welcome to the scale the challenger from Clonach Vale, Wales. He brings a professional record consisting of 25 wins, 4 defeats, 1 draw, 20 of his 25 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome the former world title challenger, Liam the Machine Williams.
Well, I'll tell you what, Liam Williams has brought plenty with him here to this weigh-in. Former two-weight British champion, former world title challenger.
159 pounds for Liam Williams.
And bang on the weight. WBC Silver and Commonwealth middleweight titles on the line.
And now we welcome to the scale the defending champion from Ilford, England, undefeated with 18 wins. 14 of his 18 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the reigning and defending WBC Silver and Commonwealth middleweight champion, Hamzah Sheeraz.
Well, I tell you, this place just erupted. This felt like a Nathan Heaney fight night, the way this place has erupted here, Nathan.
159.4 for Hamzah Sheeraz.
Yeah, very good sports. Both lads got good sports.
How do he look to you on the scales there?
It looks good, yeah. It looks good. It's very tall.
Yeah, it says that he's 6'3" on box rank. I feel like he's taller than that, Nathan. What do you reckon?
6'4", 6'5", maybe.
Absolutely huge middleweight, but he's got an absolutely huge task in front of him tomorrow night. You can see Liam Williams there. He's ready. He's raring to go. He is the machine, 31 years old, and he believes that he is the wrong guy.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this our main event tomorrow night. 12-round schedule for the WBC Silver and Commonwealth Middleweight Championships.
I'm getting nervous myself. Good atmosphere, this.
Wow, absolutely tremendous atmosphere in here, and that is a tense face-off. Hamzah Sheeraz and Liam Williams ends with a handshake, but I tell you, they did not want to take their eyes off each other.
I'm excited. That's going to be a good fight, that. That's going to be a good fight. The size difference didn't feel that much when I was watching them there as opposed to on TV. It didn't see that much difference.
That's got me pretty hyped up, mate. There's something in the air.
I was getting adrenaline. Yeah. It's like I was fighting. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a good fight. A very, very good fight.
So, when these weigh-ins happen, when these little face-offs happen, do you ever take anything away from that, or do you have a look at your opponent? Do you think, oh, he looks a little bit drawn, he doesn't look like he's made the weight well? What goes through your head?
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, obviously, I've said before, you stare at them and you don't want to blink, and your eyes are burning, and you're like, oh, I don't want to blink, please. And then you end up blinking, you're like, oh, I'm going to lose the fight now. But that's the way some people look into it. You can't look into it that much. But you just have to look at the man. Does he look confident? Both men look confident. Liam Williams looks confident. He's back with the man that he started his career with as well. Yeah. And I think that's very important when you've got someone in your corner who loves you to bits and wants everything for you to do well and knows what you are as a fighter. I think that brings something to it as well.
Look, yeah. He's got that special relationship, hasn't he, with Gary Lockett. It was Gary Lockett that kind of stopped the fight against Liam Smith. But let's bring in Hamzah Sheeraz.
Here he is.
Look at you.
Yeah, good with
What's happening? You are not 6'3", Hamzah. You are not 6'3". Let's have a look at this.
No, I must be like 5.
I don't even want to get started on me, but how was it up there? I mean, that's the final time that you will see Liam Williams ahead of him trying to punch your head in.
Yep. No, it's all good, man. I've done it 18 times before. This is number 19, another day at the office. I'm ready. I'm just ready to go now.
How'd you feel at the weight? I mean, does it get any harder?
To be fair, it never gets any easier. Do you know what I mean? I'm 23, I'm growing. It gets a little bit harder each time, I'm not going to lie, but it's one of them things that I've just mastered to do, so it's all good.
Nathan, you're taking a keen look at them, and you say you're very excited for this fight.
Well, he just said he's still growing. I'm like, can you slow down a bit, mate? But yeah, no, it's a very, very good fight. This is your biggest test so far.
For sure.
You've come through other tests.
Yeah.
Like I give you major credit when you fought River Wilson. You were destructive.
Yeah.
Very, very good. But this is for your test tomorrow to prove that you are what everyone says you are.
Willing, yeah.
And yeah, but Liam Williams is a very, very, very good opponent. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the fight.
When you're staring at him, are you kind of sensing anything? Are you feeling anything? Because for me, that was pretty intense, that one.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I never really looked too much into face-offs and whatnot. I've not really been that guy, do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you can't take too much from it. We're going to be in the ring tomorrow punching each other's heads in, so yeah, let's go, man.
Well, presumably you're hoping you'll be punching his in rather than...
Yeah. Either way.
Nathan, any final question to your man Hamzah here? I don't know if you want to do anything at Stoke one day.
I know he's mentioned 60 times. Love a rainy night at Stoke, mate. But yeah, listen, he's got his fight tomorrow. I've got my fight in 5 weeks. You never know what can happen in the future. But the most important thing for me is Brad Pauls, and the most important thing for you is Liam Williams.
100%, that's it.
Best of luck to you, Hamzah Sheeraz.
Top man.
Brilliant stuff.
You too.
So now that you've had a look at his height,
I must be 6'4". I must be more. I'm taller than I thought I was anyway.
I mean, look, he's a lean, mean punching machine at middleweight, right? And you know, people are calling him. I say people, mainly me. People like me are calling him Ilford's answer to Tommy Hearns.
Well, yeah, here he is. He's got those attributes. Yeah, good.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Abdullah, yeah, very good. Very much looking forward to your fight, but probably not as much as you, right?
Yeah, I'm excited. I cannot wait. It's just one more night and then it's showtime. That's it.
It's been quite feisty, actually, the build-up with you and Kez.
Yeah.
Is that something you've on purpose sort of tried to... It's the first time you've been on the stage, you've tried to sort of get in his head? Is there anything like that?
No, not at all. I'm just about showing respect and that's it. And I feel like he lacked in that department, didn't show me or Mark Leach credit. And that was his toughest opponent. So I was like, I'm not having it. Let's deal with things amicably, and that was it. And I didn't really have a go at him. I just told him a bunch of facts. That was it.
Nathan, you must be impressed with Masood Abdullah, unbeaten so far in his career, but bit of a test tomorrow night.
Yeah, mate, you've been fantastic in your career so far. And like you say, you just do what you need to do. You know what you've done in the gym. You know what you can do as a fighter. Like you'll just do what you do tomorrow night to your fists. But yeah, it's because we were on the same show years ago. Yeah, closed doors, weren't we? I'm sure we were. And
a couple of times, yeah.
Yeah, we've come along together, mate. And yeah, I think you're gonna be great. You just gotta be switched on. But you know what you've done. You know what you need to do.
I remember speaking to you after the Denzel Bentley fight. Do you remember?
Yeah,
you gave me some good advice and everything.
That's it, mate. You keep doing what you need to do, mate, and you'll do what you need to do.
But whatever advice that was, it has worked. You're now the silver Commonwealth champion. You retain that tomorrow if you're able to come through Ashback. Presumably you want to aim for some gold as well. What is your prediction for this fight?
Ideally, I don't want him to hit the final bell, but again, as what you said for your fight, don't look for a knockout. I just want to box to the best of my ability, show some good skill sets. Because Kez he's not a pushover. He's a very good boxer. He's got very good movement, and I'm going to expect the best of him to come out. I just need to deal with it when it comes time.
What about the atmosphere in here? It was pretty fired up, actually.
Yeah, quite lively. At first I was like, shit, Williams got a lot of people, and then Sheeraz came out. It became like a screaming match.
It's got a big fight feel. What's your prediction on that fight, the main event?
I'm not making any statements on that. I think it's a good 50-50 fight. This is a big step for Sheeraz because this will be his biggest test, and now we'll see what he's made of. Also, Williams, like, who knows? It's 50-50. I can't make a prediction.
Well, sitting on the fence, just like I think you've been sitting on the fence on that fight as well, Nathan.
Yeah. Only if I've sat on the fence. Yes, only if Liam Williams doesn't turn up. If Liam Williams turns up, like I said, I think he beats them all. So I've said who I think should win, provided he turns up. If he turns up, I think he wins.
Well, Masood, we're gonna let you go.
Sure.
Thank you so much, and best of luck to you tomorrow evening.
Appreciate it.
Let's do that.
Thank you,
like that. Masood Abdullah, Commonwealth silver featherweight champion. Good fight. He's got a good energy, isn't he? He's sort of a respectful, humble kind of guy.
He's a nice lad. He's done the old way. Obviously, come up through. Like I say, we've been on the shows earlier in our careers and stuff, and now he's got this big opportunity. But against a very good opponent as well. Where he needs to switch on. He knows there's a bit of needle in the press conference stuff. Like he said, he was respectful. It wasn't possibly returned. But that's where he shuts his opponents up by performing well. Oh, here he is.
Well, here is the animal. Goodness me, we were raving about you. I mean, if I was you, I would never have any clothes on. I'd just be walking around topless.
Well,
some shape. Goodness me.
I don't even know how to answer
The animal. How you doing?
I'm well. I'm feeling well.
What's camp been like? You're in a brilliant gym right now, which has got Anthony Joshua in it. I know Fabio Wardley's about, Jamie TKV, Royston Barney Smith. It's quite the camp.
Yeah, it's a very good gym. I can learn so much, and I pick everyone's brains. I can learn from literally everyone, especially Joshua. Is a legend literally in the making, or he is a legend cemented, and I learn a lot from him.
Mm-hmm. Well, once again, look, you and Tommy Fletcher are on the same show, right? I know everyone asks you about this fight. When's it going to happen? Is it going to happen, etc.? You're not going to fight for a little while. I think that's pretty clear. But are you kind of in competition to put on better performances?
I'm in competition with myself, because I don't mind whatever he's doing. That's not my piece to look at, I'm trying to strive for excellence, and excellence is only within myself. I can't afford to look away, because and when it comes down to in terms of better performances, come on now, let's be real. I have better performances. Come on.
Are you putting on a big show for us tomorrow night?
Always. I'm always going to show excellence. I'm always going to show explosive knockouts. I'm always going to show what I have. So yeah, I'm just going to find my gloves are going to find my opponent's chin.
It's got a good energy, Nathan.
Yeah, you're a beast, lad. You're an absolute beast, lad. It taps you on the shoulder, mate. You're solid, and that's it. Like obviously mentioned Tommy Fletcher stuff. Both big punches.
I'm bigger.
But man, you're looking good. Hopefully you see a great performance tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to it.
Appreciate it.
When are we playing chess? Because I've seen this video go up. I've seen you say, "Oh no, I'm the best chess player in the Queensbury stable." I don't know if I count, but I know I'll mash you up.
I'm open.
Yeah,
I'm very open.
Let's do it. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. Alois, the Animal Junior. Looking forward to watching your fight tomorrow night. And thank you so much for speaking to us. Okay. We'll see you then.
See you then.
Alois, the Animal Junior. And I think I've just sealed his fate in a chess match, Nathan. We're going to play chess, me and Alois. It's going to happen.
What's that?
We're going to play chess.
Okay.
Yeah. He's big on it.
Yeah. I saw that little clip about him.
Yeah.
Put someone straight
Just off camera, something's happening here with Tommy Fletcher and Alois Jr. I'd love to get a camera on it. They do appear to be kind of kicking off with each other. There's a bit of pointing, a bit of shouting. We may need to separate them. I don't know if security is close by, but we may need to get security on this one because Alois Jr. and Tommy Fletcher, neither of them are going to back down.
He said rook to f5.
From a conversation, rook to f5. Let's bring in Alois. Let's bring in Tommy Fletcher. I'm going to get chinned if I call you Alois again. What was all that about?
Nah, nothing. He just got off the stage looking at me smirking like he's going to do something. So I said, what?
What was actually said between you?
Nothing. He just come off the stage, looked at me like kissed his teeth or something, like he was going to do something.
Bit of tension between you, isn't it?
Nah, look, I'm fine. I'm sweet. I'm fine, but
both in
You're a fine sorry, man.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah, no.
Listen, obviously, we were talking to him a little bit about you, nothing major, and we were saying, you're both going to be putting on big performances, both big punchers, and he said he's a bigger puncher than you.
Listen, let him think what he wants, yeah. But when we fight, we'll get on. We'll see who's. Forget who's the biggest puncher. It don't matter. You got to be able to box in this game. You got to be able to land it. So. Listen, I'm very confident that I'm taller than him, I'm longer range, I'm a better boxer. And if he thinks he can punch harder, so what? Yeah, I'm going to back myself as I'm sure he will. But I'm very confident in my power, and my record speaks for itself. But you know what? We've got fights on Saturday, tomorrow, so let's stay focused.
And that's the most important thing. I'm glad you brought that back in because you got your fight on Saturday. That's the most important thing. Anything after that can work, but yeah, make sure you switch on, mate.
Nah, exactly. You're right, 100%. I've got a tough fight tomorrow, so.
Yeah, you'll be live on TNT Sports tomorrow. What did you make of your opponent up there? Really, he's a heavyweight, right? He's been in with Johnny Fisher, Sol Dacus. He's been in with heavyweights.
That's it. Yeah, he's been in with two of the S-Jam stable so far. So, and they've both stopped him. So hopefully, I can make it a third. But he's a very durable guy. He's very durable, and yeah, look, I'm up for it. So let's get it on. Let's have it. So.
Are you always sparring heavyweights in the gym as well?
Of course, I'm always sparring heavyweights. I've struggled to get cruiserweight sparring, but I'm always sparring heavyweights. And cruiserweights. I've been sparring Chef Clark, Craig Richards, some other boys. I've had some great sparring for this camp. Very good sparring, but you know what? No one wins a spar, and it's just training in preparation for Saturday. So tomorrow under the lights is where it counts, and that's where I'm going to make things happen.
And what is going to happen in there when the Norfolk Nightmare is live on TNT Sports? Come and tell us.
I'm coming for a knockout, of course, but I'm going to try box and make it calculated and look smart doing it, because I've got to start picking and softening up these opponents. Obviously, listening to my trainer Mark, it's not about bombing people out in this game, because it don't always happen. So I've got to start being more calculated.
Yeah, you got to systematically break him down. Because I watched the fight against Daryl Sharp. That was someone I boxed him with. Now that guy is nails. If you have to systematically break him down because he's that tough, and when you get to this level and they're going through, that's what you got to do. The punch is there, but if you just break them down just a little bit. I say that like I'm a bird to be a puncher, I'm not, but still, I know the score behind it. Like if you do that, mate, you'll be very, very good.
100%, yeah. Like Daryl Sharp, yeah, he's a very well-schooled journeyman, isn't he?
And he's tough.
People think because his record, exactly. But he's got listen, on paper, if you're looking at good records, you say Daryl Sharp's got a terrible record, and there's no harm in saying that. They're in, but I'm telling you now, he would beat some of these prospects if he come up and showed up. 100%.
Absolutely no doubt. So when you're boxing someone like Daryl Sharp and you hit him flush in the face, and he goes, "Come on, come on."
That's what he's doing.
Yeah, he does also. He's like, "Come on." See, you whack him again. He's like, "Come on." Pussy. You're a pussy. Come on. Oh my God.
I boxed on Yarde versus Featherweight. Yeah, I'm telling you, I was teeing him up, softening him up, and he's going, "Go on, then, throw your backhand, throw your backhand." Yeah. Like obviously, when you're in there at the time, it makes you think.
That's the mind game. That's the mind.
I've learned from that though. Exactly. If they speak, you got to stay very focused. I've learned that. So it's a good
learning fight. It's a learning fight.
That's it. 100%.
Well, you're learning very well, Tommy. We're very much looking forward to your return tomorrow. I can't believe how tall you are. Well, how tall actually are you?
6'7". 6'7", yeah.
6'7". We've had Hamzah here as well, so we can sort of gauge it.
I must be 6'4". I must be.
Yeah. I'm 6'2" as well. Yeah. So,
the stream's making me look taller.
Yeah.
Tommy, great to see you.
Thank you, man.
We will be
Appreciate it.
seeing you
See you
tomorrow night. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Cheers,
Drop the
man.
mic there.
Thank you.
Little drop the mic moment. Nathan, let's get your final thoughts ahead of the main event tomorrow. It's Liam Williams taking on Hamzah Sheeraz.
Yeah.
Hamzah Sheeraz putting it all on the line, that unbeaten record, that Commonwealth title, WBC silver title, his reputation, his rising stock against a man who still thinks he's got plenty left.
Yeah, exactly. I think just feeling the atmosphere earlier on when they after the face-off and so on, it was exciting. It was making. I was getting adrenaline from it. It's almost like I was fighting. But that's what this sport's about in terms of getting those atmospheres, getting a tension between the fighters. Like you say, one's on the way up and the other one's trying to prove that he still belongs here, and will belong here if he does the right thing. But yeah, it's a great fight, and I am looking forward to it. And it will be. No doubt about it, someone is getting knocked out.
Ooh.
Someone's getting knocked out.
Someone's getting knocked out. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Nathan Heaney, we'll see you tomorrow where you'll be back. We will be back from 5 o'clock on the Queensbury YouTube page tomorrow, where we begin some of the undercard. Myself and Nathan Heaney will be commentating, and then we'll be live from 7 o'clock on TNT Sports. Queensbury's first show of 2024. It's an absolute cracker. We'll see you tomorrow.